Having a hump around the neck is known as a Dowagers hump, and we are going through exercises that you can do to help correct it in this video. So the reason this ends up happening is normally from spending a lot of time in a sitting position and staying in a certain posture for longer periods. The thing with the body is that it's only bothered about keeping the eyes up and level, and will adjust parts of the body to make this happen. One of the biggest reasons is people staying in thoracic flexion too long, so the chest caving in. And if the body then didn't adjust the eyes, you would just be looking downwards. So you also then are extending the neck up, which is where the problem begins. Doing this for years and you've then got a problem, and it becomes a bit of a default position for you. So we need to reverse this using exercises that promote the thoracic extension, so keeping the chest up, strengthening certain muscles and stretching others. So let's get into them. Exercise 1. One of the things to really work on is scapular retraction. Getting those shoulder blades together while at the same time keeping the thoracic spine in that extension position. So keeping that chest up. You can do this just at home by working that position, and then you can progress this in the gym by doing rows, but making sure you're keeping that good rowing position and not going too far back the elbows so the shoulders start rounding forward and the chest caving in again. At the same time as doing this, keep the neck into retraction and the chin tucked backwards. Exercise 2, this is to work again on that thoracic extension position, but something that can help with that was a chest stretch. Sometimes tightness in the chest can pull everything forward, causing that flexion in the thoracic spine, and then forcing the neck to have to extend. So one way to do this at home is to do a doorway stretch. Either one side at a time, or you can do both together. And there's two ways to do it. You can do it with an elbow connected to the door frame or any side of a wall, or just a hand, but making sure to keep that chest up as much as you can, then going forward to increase the stretch. You can progress this in the gym by doing the same thing, but with a chest fly. Keep that chest up, tuck the chin in to really feel the stretch, and then you want to really feel the stretch at the end position of the movement. The benefit of this is you'll also be getting some muscle building in the chest at the same time. Exercise 3 is one area that you want to be hitting is the lower traps, which helps depress that shoulder blade and get it into a better position. Stretching a tight muscle like the chest is one aspect of it, but you need other muscles to be strong to help keep the position easier. A great way to hit this body weight, which can be done at home, is with the downward dog, but focusing completely on the upper body part, so you can bend the knees. This would also work nicely on the thoracic extension, and by pushing the hands forward on the floor, but while keeping them still, it'll hit that lower trap as well. Then you can come in and out for reps. A way to then work on this in the gym is on a bench, raising the hands up into a Y position, and this is something that can be progressed gradually with weights. Exercise 4 is face balls, a great one for getting that position, but really working on keeping the shoulder blades down, so not having the arms too high for this. There's different ways to do this. A popular way to do it, mainly popularized by Jeff Cavalier, is to make sure you're getting good external rotation of the shoulder and having the hands wide apart to hit the shoulder better. However, when working to help with this, it doesn't matter. You can do this with hands closer as well. It's just more about getting that thoracic extension and the shoulder blade position, but also tucking that chin in to get the neck retraction at the same time to help with this. You can work on the position with no weight, but then try to progress this while in the gym with some weights. Now, exercise 5. So a lot of those previous will focus on the thoracic extension part, really important, stretching and strengthening areas to get into position. But the other most important part to make sure you get in the right position is focusing on the neck and the retraction. So this is not about just tucking the chin in and looking down, but bringing the actual head backwards while also getting that thoracic extension position. You can do this seated as an exercise or anywhere really, and you can also progress it while in 4-point kneeling to make it harder. But the biggest effect will be doing it day to day. So adjusting from that very flexed position, which will promote the hump, into this neck retraction position, while seated, for example, doing desk work, trying to adjust that position. A really good way to do it if you drive is to get into a good position and then adjust your rear view mirror. So when you start to go into a worse position and then you look in the rear view mirror, you'll have to correct back to see properly. And it works just as a reminder. And this is one of the main points. Doing all these exercises are great and will help, but you'll have to offset being in that slouched position as much as possible throughout the day, or you'll only get so far. I hope this was useful. Subscribe for more tips, and I'll see you on the next video.